difficulties. Sometimes it feels like the whole world is against us, and luck is nowhere to be found. But imagine if every great person had given up after their first failure. Today, I'll tell you the story of someone who was called a failure, but became a billionaire. This guy was born into a poor family. He struggled in school, and teachers told him he had no future. He tried to get into college but was rejected. He applied for jobs but faced rejection after rejection. His first business idea failed. The second one failed too. The third was a complete disaster. At one point, he didn't even have money for food. One day, he decided to try again, but differently. He studied his mistakes, read books, and learned from successful people. And then, one idea started to work. Slowly at first, but then it began to grow. He worked day and night, pushing himself to the limit. Years passed. This man built a company that changed the world. It started in a tiny office, but today, millions know about it. Today, people call him a genius, a billionaire, an innovator. But you know what? He was just an ordinary person, like you. He had no special talents, only belief in himself and hard work. So if you feel like nothing is going your way, don't give up. Mistakes are part of the journey to success. The most important thing is to keep moving forward. In a small town, there lived a young man named Michael. He was just an ordinary guy, but he dreamed of something greater, to create something meaningful and leave his mark on the world. However, as often happens, life threw one challenge after another his way. From a young age, he was told to be like everyone else, get a stable job, avoid risks, and follow the well-trodden path. But inside him burned a fire, the desire to do something of his own, to achieve success, to prove that nothing is impossible. When he was a teenager, his family faced serious hardships. His father lost his job, his mother fell ill, and Michael realized he had to take responsibility for his life. He started working part-time after school, studying late into the night, and looking for opportunities. At one point, he decided to start a small business, selling sports accessories online. He invested all his savings, but he faced failure. Sales were nearly non-existent, money was running out, and his friends started saying, "You're wasting your time. This isn't for you. Face reality. Just get a regular job." But Michael refused to give up. He knew that all great people had faced failures. He read about Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, people who had also stood at a crossroads, forced to choose between giving up or pushing forward. So he decided to learn from his mistakes. He began analyzing the market, studying marketing, and finding new clients. He worked day and night, trying different strategies. It was tough. At times, he felt like quitting, but he reminded himself, "If I stop now, I'll never know if I was just one step away from success." A year passed. His store started making its first real profits. He expanded his product range, found new partners. A few years later, his business had grown into a large company, and he began mentoring other aspiring entrepreneurs. But most importantly, he proved to himself that the impossible is possible if you refuse to give up. He realized that the fear of failure is just an illusion, and that only those who keep moving forward achieve their goals. Lessons from the story. Don't listen to those who say you can't succeed. They say it because they're too afraid to try themselves. Failures are lessons. Every mistake brings you closer to your goal if you analyze and correct them. Invest in yourself. Constant learning and practice are the keys to success. Patience and perseverance win. Most people quit halfway. Don't be one of them. Those who keep moving forward achieve their goals. Lessons from the story. Don't listen to those who say you can't succeed. They say it because they're too afraid to try themselves. Failures are lessons. Every mistake brings you closer to your goal if you analyze and correct them. Invest in yourself. Constant learning and practice are the keys to success. Patience and perseverance win. Most people quit halfway. Don't be one of them. Imagine this. You are standing at the top of a mountain. The wind is blowing against your face. Your legs are shaking from exhaustion. But you know, you made it. You won. You reached your dream. But now, let's rewind time. 5 years ago, you were just an ordinary person. No major achievements, no wealth, no confidence. Everyone around you told you, be like everyone else. Don't take risks. It's impossible. But something inside you wouldn't let you rest. You knew you were made for something bigger. You decided to move forward. You started working on your dream. The first months were hell. You were exhausted. You failed. You doubted yourself. You watched others give up. And a voice inside you whispered, "Stop. Why are you doing this? You'll never make it." But you took one more step. You kept working while others rested. You woke up earlier than everyone else and went to bed later. Your friends said, "You're taking this too seriously. Relax, take a break." But you didn't stop. You went through pain, loneliness, and fear. And one day, after thousands of hours of effort, after hundreds of failures, everything changed. You got your first success, your first big sale, your first award, your first real paycheck. And at that moment, you realized, this works. But most importantly, you changed. You became stronger, more confident. The person who once doubted now inspires others. And now ask yourself, what's stopping me? Your fear, laziness, the opinions of others. Remember this, you are already one step away from success. Don't give up. Take one more step. Because one day you'll look back and say, I did it. Now it's your choice. Will you stay where you are, or will you take another step forward?